Professor Wynn, author of the English Language TestPrep.com blog. Thank you for being with me today for our presentation. 3 tips that are going to help you to boost your TOEIC writing score. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm a CELTA certified English instructor for more than 12 years now, helping students just like you to improve their score on either the TOEIC, TOEFL, or IELTS exam. So let's go ahead and get started now with our presentation today. 3 tips that are going to help you to boost your TOEIC writing score. Number 1, answer the question. Number 2, take a stand. And number 3, plan your response. Let's get started. So, number 1, answer the question. That is the number 1 grading criteria of the TOEIC writing test. If the question is about apples, well, you don't want to write about oranges. So the TOEIC graders are watching to make sure that you are writing about what the essay prompt is about. And also, isn't this really the heart of the matter? Since the TOEIC exam is an English fluency exam, the TOEIC graders are watching to see how you answer your question. It's not they're not grading you on or judging you by your response. It's how you write your response that they're more interested in. Number 2, take a stand. Now, after grading many papers of students, when they're presented with a choice, especially like agree or disagree, they want to write about sometimes both of these in the essay question, and that's a mistake. You want to argue one side or another. And when you organize your paper, you want to make sure that you have uh, the basic essay requirements, which is what the TOEIC is looking for. Usually there is one topic, 2 supporting ideas, and a conclusion. And make sure for those supporting ideas that you're going to write about in the subsequent body paragraphs that you also have examples that help illustrate those 2 points. Also, there's a lot of advice on the internet about a lot of things, of course. And often you'll see people that advocate you to write an introduction sentence and then write a hook as if you're writing a novel. You're not writing a novel, you're writing an essay. And you're writing a timed essay, 30 minutes to write the TOEIC essay. Everything that you write that does not count toward answering the question that they've asked you is wasting time and lowering your score. So skip the introduction sentences, skip the hook, go right to your thesis statement that is going to answer the essay prompt. And you also want to make sure that you give the easiest answer. And oftentimes, that is something that you don't agree with because we often know better, maybe sometimes, the arguments against a certain position that we're for. And it may be easier to argue the against or the opposing view. So keep that in mind when you're writing the essay, that sometimes it might be easier to write about the opposing view. And finally, number 3, make sure that you plan your response. As Ben Franklin said, if you are failing to plan, then you are planning to fail. Don't do that on the TOEIC writing test. So, even your best writers don't just sit down to the keyboard and start writing their best novels or their best newspaper articles or magazine articles. There's a writing process, and you want to take 5 minutes on the exam to organize your paper. That is, decide what is your answer to the essay prompt. That's going to be your thesis statement. What are your two ideas that are going to support that thesis statement? The two examples that are going to help you to answer that question. Therefore, you need an outline. Now, a lot of times people from the old school, they would write the top answer and then a bottom answer underneath it or a main header and subheadings for their outline. Some people are more visual and they do mind maps. Whichever way you want to do it, make sure that you write an outline because that's what's going to help you to get through the essay. It's just like swimming in an Olympic sized pool or something. You get halfway, you get tired, and you might sink right in the middle of the pool. You don't want to do that when you're writing the TOEIC essay. Make sure that you have an outline that's going to carry you through the entire essay, and so that you can get that high score that you're looking for. Now, another thing to consider when you are planning your response is the vocabulary that is used in the essay prompt. You want to use your own words. That is, you want to paraphrase. Paraphrase the key words in the vocabulary prompt. Now, again, the bad advice you see on the internet, you don't want to paraphrase the prompt. You want to answer the prompt with your thesis statement, and you want to paraphrase the vocabulary in the essay prompt to show the TOEIC graders that you have a rich vocabulary, something that you should be working on during your TOEIC preparation. Well, there you have my 3 tips to help boost your TOEIC writing score. Number 1, always make sure that you, of course, answer the question, the number 1 grading criteria of the TOEIC writing test. And number 2, to take a stand. Find either be a pro or against something, or if you're given a choice, whatever, you want to make sure that you answer directly the question that they ask you and that you give a direct response. And number 3, make sure that you plan your response. Take 5 minutes before you start writing your TOEIC essay to be able to plan it out and have the good vocabulary, the good thesis statement, your 2 supporting ideas and examples that are going to help you to develop your ideas and get you that high score that you're looking for on the exam. Now, if you're planning to take the test soon or you've already started your TOEIC speaking and writing preparation, I encourage you to go ahead and sign up for my blog at bit.ly/TOEICSW and you will receive every 2 or 3 days either a test tip or an English tip that's going to help strengthen your skills before the exam, as well as resources that are going to help you to make sure that you're able to strengthen your skills for that high score that you seek and deserve on the test. Well, thanks again for joining me today. I'm Professor Wynn, author of the English Language TestPrep.com blog. Please stay tuned for more live broadcasts that are going to help both strengthen your English skills and your test skills so that you're able to achieve that high score that you're seeking on the big exam day. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.